Money also, I want to do a top-down analysis on gold and also show how I get the daily open on MT5. So I mark the previous daily high and the previous daily low. Then I go to weekly time frame. I go to weekly time frame. I'll mark the previous weekly high. This particular weekly high that just closed, I'll mark it. You see the way I'm placing it, I'm making sure that the horizontal line is touching the wick very well. I prefer using the wick. It doesn't matter the way you see it. Then you can see on the monthly, what happened on the monthly was um last month being January closed above this particular high. It closed above this particular high. Then price pulled back as market open here. Look at the opening of the month. This is the opening of the month. You can easily drop a cursor there and just as you've seen it there, you can leave it like this. This is the opening of the month. Then on the weekly time frame, you can see what price did last week. Price took out this particular previous weekly low and closed back inside the range. This is how I write down my context. Then on the daily, what did price do? Price also, what price did was it took out the previous daily low. You can see it here. Took out the previous daily low and closed back inside the range. So from this particular previous daily time frame, this is where you will get your complete bias. You've already known that on the monthly time frame, price is still very bullish because the monthly time frame closed above the monthly and it's still moving in a bullish form. On the weekly time frame, price still sweep the low of the weekly, which means that the sell side liquidity has already been taken. So since the sell side liquidity has been taken on the weekly time frame and the daily time frame, so the bias is we just need a pullback. And where is the pullback? You can change your phone to you can change to line chart if you want. You can change to line chart if you want, but I'm not saying that you must do it. If you look at this, you see that the only thing that still that this place needs now is maybe this is the last resistance zone that was broken. This is the last resistance zone that was broken. Can just change it for you to know 4538. So you know that before price will push up, will continue going up, you need to know where price is going before you know the last part. And you can see from this place that we have so many support levels around here. We have so many of them. So these are the things that you should actually take note of. Then the only thing you ask yourself, is there an imbalance here? On this daily time frame, you're not seeing anything apart from maybe when you go down to a bit lower price. You can now start looking at if you have some support level for you to know that yes, price must definitely pull back before pushing up. So these are the things you should know, because from the monthly, weekly, and daily time frame, price is still very much bullish. So all you need to do is for you to get a strong contest. You can still change to line chart. Okay, when you change to line chart, you see that the last pivot point on this 4 hour is 47006. You now say, okay, maybe if price can easily come back here, or we price still sorry, we price still push up and push above here before dropping to take the sell side liquidity, or does price wants to just aggressively move up? Because from the look of all here, we are not getting a lower low, rather this is a lower high. You understand? We are not getting a lower low, and this W pattern looks as if here was the last retest, was a retest. Price pull back, because when you change it to candlestick, you see that there's a breaker block around here. When you go down to the lower time frame, much more lower time frame, you see the breaker block. So you have to be very careful on where you pick your entry zone, because this entry zone are very, very important for you to understand. And we have another breaker block here, which shows that if price can just pull back into one of these support zones, because buying around here is risky. So what you should do is you just need price to, no matter how price aggressively move towards the upside, price needs to pull back around this area before going towards the upside. So these are the things that you really need to know. So let's get to 1 hour time frame. So this is our time frame that we focus on to watch price. You can see that we still have some levels here, which needs to be tapped on. So we still have some levels here, because if price aggressively move from here, it will definitely come back. It will definitely come back somehow to retest. It will definitely come back to retest another support zone. Maybe if it will create another support zone. So that's why before you check where you enter, always know that price makes a higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low before pushing towards the upside. So it's that particular higher low that we are waiting for, because price is still towards the upside. So we are still expecting some bullish move, but that does not rule out that price will not pull back, because market does not to to um market does not go in a straight line. So you have to be very careful on what you're expecting. So let me show you how I know the open price. This is the open price you see here. This is the closing price of the day. So you can just mark both of them if you want, but we normally use the open price. So when you mark it, when you go to your chart 470382, you now mark the chart 4703. So you just set it. See the way I'm setting it, 03.82. So when you save it, you will know that this is the opening price of Friday. So if price can easily come back to this pattern, because we are expecting price to take out this sell side liquidity, but you did not take it. So price is actually inside the buy side liquidity and the sell side liquidity. So right now, all we need to do is, because we have this buy side liquidity here, and this should be our target. So this particular place is our buy side liquidity that we have here, and we have our sell side liquidity around here. So I was thinking that price will come, sweep this sell side liquidity before pushing up, but we are not getting it. But if price eventually breaks this around this 4-5, let me say this 4-5-20, let me change it to line chart so that you see that there's another support level here. So this is the last place. Let's say 4-5, this 4-5-0-3. Once you see price pushing below here, just know that aggressively price is dropping towards the bearish side. So these are the things that you should keep putting into consideration. These are the things that you should put into consideration. And once you put into consideration all these things, market becomes so easy for you. You as a beginner, why I'm using line chart is because I want it to be clear so that you will know, you will understand these people, you already understand the pivot points. You already know how to mark your support and resistance using these pivot points. Look at the last resistance level here. So anything above here gives us the courage that price will get to this place, to this place. So what we now need now is a pullback, because if we can get a pullback into any of these zones for price moves up, that means that we are strongly bullish. But whenever we see price pushing below this support level and closing below it on this 1 hour time frame, that means we are getting to 4307, the previous monthly high. I think this is the previous monthly high. So that's where we are getting to. So we just have to look out and be careful on what we are following so that we will not make mistake. Okay. So that's all for my analysis, and you can just check how I do it and keep doing the real thing. That's all. Thank you and have a nice day.